my thoughts. I shut it down wherever power is stored. Being real is in the past, watching cowards get on. It ain't kill me, so it's making me stronger. And these bite-sized rappers now sensing my...
What the hell is going on, people? This is Periodic, and you see the title of the video. What you don't see is me shaking my head like a maniac. I was going to say maniacally, but I couldn't think of the word, and it took me too long, so now it's taking too long anyway. We're jumping back into Dragonball Z Dokkan Battle Global during the 5-year anniversary to answer one question and one question only. One question that I didn't think I was going to have to answer, but apparently people are crazy. People are a little insane, a little nuts. Should you spend stones or skip on the LR Vegito banner? Short answer, you should spend stones. Summon on it. What are you, dumb? Come on. Come on. What's going on here? Why are people asking me these questions? People are actually, they're planning on skipping for the Goku Vegeta banner. That's not what we should be doing. And we're going to go over all of the characters on this banner and the mechanics or the gimmicks or the features, whatever you want to call it, on this banner that make it one of the best banners. That's not a guaranteed LR. Actually, you know what? Let me say it. Outside of guaranteed LR banners, this is the best banner that Dokkan Battle has ever produced. Okay? I said it. I don't care, baby. So, let's take a look at who's on it. Number 1, boom. All right, game over. Vegito Blue is on this banner. Possibly the best EZA in the game. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Causes immense damage. Keep in mind that stacks every time he does a super attack. He gains 50% attack and defense. So if he does 3 super attacks, he's going to be at 150% attack and defense. And it may even calculate separately. If that's the case, it's even higher, which is absolutely ridiculous. He gives himself 40% attack and defense at the start of turn, and he's got a 70% chance of launching minimum 2 additional attacks. Each of those 2 additional attacks has a 25% chance of becoming a super attack. Not to mention, if he gets hit by a normal attack, that normal attack, he negates 40% of the damage, and he counters with tremendous power. So you really want to put like just massive amounts of crit onto this man. So those counters could do insane damage. The additional attacks can do insane damage. All that stuff. He's broken. Let's just put it like that. He's broken. He's insanely strong. Just unbelievable what they did with this guy. That alone, rainbowing this guy is enough of a reason to summon on this banner. Just him straight up. Because he's like really close to LR levels. Like really close. The only thing he's missing is like the actual stats, right? Because his attack is 16,500. HP 15,000, defense 9,000. But if his defense was like 11,000, his attack was like 19,000, and his HP was like 18,000, bro, he'd be like the best character in the game, or close to it. Anyway, let's keep moving. I don't want to make this video 20 minutes long because honestly, this is a waste of a video. It really is. But I guess people have to be convinced to summon on this banner, which is insane. This Texamasu is also an insane extreme Z Awakening. He's an extreme class, 100%, so great for Battlefield. Fantastic for Battlefield, Ultimate Clash. He does immense damage, which is fantastic. And he also raises extreme class allies' attack by 30%, which is fantastic. Yeah, he greatly lowers defense. That's not a big deal. But he's raising allies' attacks by 30%, which is amazing. Not to mention, superclass enemies get negative attack and defense 20%, which is beautiful. I've talked about how much I love characters that just lower attack and defense, or lower attack in general by a percentage, and he's one of them. He also gives himself 140% attack and 50% defense. Unfortunately, if you have superclass allies on his rotation, he's going to lower their attack by 10%. That's the drawback that he has, but Realm of Gods extreme class allies will also receive that 50% defensive bonus. So, wow, that's just a beautiful thing. So not only is he giving 50% defense to Realm of God extreme class allies, and let's be serious, you're going to pair him up with Realm of God characters. It doesn't matter if you're on Patara, Future Saga, Time Travelers, Last Resort. Yeah, I'm calling it Last Resort. Final trump card is stupid. Or Exploding Rage. There's going to be some Realm of God Extreme units on there to pair them up with. And they're going to get that 50% defense. They're also going to gain that 30% attack if you have them attack first. So this is also a fantastic Extreme Z Awakening. Great for any of those teams. And his links are godly, right? Most Goku Black and Zamasu and characters like that have fantastic links. So keep it going. Super Vegito. Now, Super Vegito is someone who... He came out a while ago, October 2017, right? And... he's okay at this point. He has 50% damage reduction when he's getting hit by a normal. He'll counter with tremendous power. And every time he gets hit, he'll gain 10% attack up to 100%. So he has to get hit 10 times. He also does immense damage and raises allies' attack by 30%. So that's good. He doesn't have any real defense, though, which if he gets super attacked, you're dead. And I do believe he will eventually get an Extreme Z Awakening. But that's probably not going to be for a while, because the way that I see it is Omega Shenron and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta will get their Extreme Z Awakenings after they're done with the level 120s. And then they'll move on to the categories, which is, like I said, the Fusion and the Shadow Dragon. And then they'll move on to this guy. So I don't see them getting around to his Extreme Z Awakening for like a year. So summoning him now is kind of a rip, to be honest. It's kind of a oof, because you're not going to use him. He may be fantastic in a year. He may be the best character in the game in a year, but we're not out there yet, you know. Over on the Gogeta banner, summoning somebody like Intelligence Gogeta is not bad, because Super Saiyan 3 Tech Broly just got his EZA. So you're like, oh, this dude's right around the corner. We're straight. We're good. You know what I mean? Like, that's a beautiful thing. But unfortunately, with this dude, we're a little bit farther out, and so you're going to have a lot more waiting to do to see him get better. So this is probably the character you want to see the least, to be honest. This is one of the characters you want to see the most. So this is, Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Vegeta. Obviously, they fuse into Vegito, Super Saiyan Vegito to be exact. And this guy is bananas. He's absolutely insane. He's still one of the best aged LRs in the game. He's 2 years old and 2.5 for Japan. He's Batara lead, HP and attack 170%, which is beautiful. Defense 130. His 12 key does colossal. His 18 key raises attack for 1 turn by 30%. Keep in mind, this dude gains 3 key for every rainbow orb, so you have no choice but to do 18 keys. And he's given himself 120% attack and defense. He's absolutely fantastic. I have 2 dupes in him. I would really love to rainbow him by the end of this celebration, because he's that good. And if you drop below 50% HP after the 6th turn, he transforms into Super Vegito. Still one of the best characters in the game. One of the best forms in this game. At that point, his 12 key is doing colossal damage, and his 18 key is doing mega colossal damage, but it's raising allies' attack by 30%. And keep in mind that he's now getting 4 key on his rainbow orbs, so you have no choice but to do 18 keys. And he's now at 150% attack and defense. And now, anytime he gets normally attacked, he's countering with tremendous power. So he's doing insane damage. And he also gives you all your health back once you transform. So this dude is bonkers. Be very, very happy if you pull him. Let's just put it like that. Be very happy if you pull him. This strength Boo is probably, again, on the lower end of priority. But he's still good. He's not bad at all. He's very solid. He's a transformation boost. Category 3 key, HP attack and defense 150%. He's also a transformation character, obviously. He's a transformation boost lead. But he gives himself 80% attack and defense. Now, he's just kind of wonky. That's all I can say. He's very wonky. He's very situational. So he starts transforming from the 5th turn of battle. And essentially, if you are... if you're 80% to 100% HP, you're going to turn into Buhan. If you're 50% to 79% HP, you're going to turn into Butanks. And if you are below 50% HP, you are going to turn into Buikalo. And so, yeah, it's confusing, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's start off with the Gohan first. This is probably what you're going to be in for the majority of your forms. His super attack greatly recovers attack and defense, which is great. That's cool. 50% attack and defense raise, immense damage, which is good. Attack and defense 120%, which is great. And he recovers 10% HP at the start of turn. I do love that. And he's got shocking speed. Oh my goodness, fear and faith. Oh my goodness, what the hell? This is a Majin character that actually has key links? Holy crap. And that's what makes him actually probably one of the best Majin characters in the entire game. The fact that he actually has those two things. If we move over to Bootanks here, you're looking at causing immense damage and seals super attack. So that's very, very interesting. He recovers 8% HP at the start of turn, but he's given himself 120% attack, 100% defense, and if the enemy is in attack down status, he's gaining 30% additional attack, and that is calculated separately, so his attack boost will actually be 186%. So that's fantastic. Yeah, this dude, this form is very, very good. I do like this form. He's still got Fear and Faith. Now he's got Over in a Flash, which is 3 key. That's pretty nuts. If we go over to the Buikalo, he's going to greatly raise his defense, 50%, cause immense damage. He's gaining 15% HP at the start of turn, which is nuts. Attack and defense 100%, but all allies 3 key, 30% defense. This is fantastic. Unfortunately, his links kind of go just ridiculous. He's got demonic ways. Like, who in the hell has demonic ways? What? Why does what? Hold on, huh? Demonic ways? Are we that must have been something different and they renamed it. That must have been something different and they renamed it. What in the world? Okay, whatever. If you know what this link used to be called, let me know. Cuz you got, look at Gohan, this cute little Gohan is the only one that's got demonic ways, and then you have, like, you know, all these evil characters. That's hilarious. But yeah, that link is terrible. Terrible link. Brainiac's a little tough to activate too. Still got Fear and Faith, which is good. And then lastly, actually no, that's everything. Okay, yeah, boom, boom, boom. So that's all of them. So Boo's not as bad as people think. He's pretty solid. Also, his art looks really cool. I love how it has all the forms on there. It's pretty sick. Okay, so you already saw Trunks. I mean, transforming Trunks, fantastic. Took me 1,300 stones to pull this man on a 3+1 banner, which makes no sense. So in reality, it was like 2,000 stones or close to it, like 1,800, 1,850, something like that. This dude is fantastic. Future Saga lead, HP attacks 170%, defense 130, good. 100% attack and defense, transforms on the third turn of battle, fantastic. Stacks attack while he's in this form, so that's very, very good. When he turns Super Saiyan, this form is incredible. 120% attack and defense, and he gives himself 1 key, 10% attack and defense every turn, up to 4 key, up to 80% attack and defense. Yeah, that is not... I'm sorry, he's stacking his attack... Yeah, the stacking the attack was 30%. This is raising attack and defense by 20%. Causes immense damage. So this is really good because he's stacking both his attack and his defense. He's going to be maxed out at 200% attack and defense. Plus, he's going to be maxed out at 4 key, which is beautiful. And pretty much what happens is once you go into the next turn, you can turn into Powered Up Future Super Saiyan Trunks. And here he hits pretty hard, but he loses his defense. So if you want to keep the defense, then stay in this form. Don't use the active skill. Because here he'll be able to tank far, 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 far into an event. So he's very, very good. But if you want to just do all-out burst damage, then do this. He massively lowers defense, so that's an 80% drop on the enemy's defense. Gives himself 30% attack, 10% defense per orb, and his attacks are effective against all types. So he turns into Gogeta, essentially. He also randomly changes orbs of a certain type to tech, so that's very, very good. He's just really solid, does a ton of damage in this form. Obviously, he's got the big old spirit sword there. He's about to bash somebody up with, which looks cool, little spirit bomb action. So yeah, he is very hard, but again, if you want to be defensive, Legendary Goku event, Infinite Dragon Ball history, whatever, use this dude, okay? The character that came out alongside of him, Zamasu, fantastic, still works well in long events, by the way, and short events. Gives himself 100% attack, reduces damage by 40%, and every time your HP is below 70% health, he actually gains 7% HP, which is good. After 3 turns, he fuses, where he gets pretty darn cool. Actually, I love this form. This is one of my favorite forms in all of Dragon Ball Super. I don't like the merged Zamasu form. I think this is really, really cool. Now he's at 2 key, 120% attack, damage reduction still 40%. And now if your HP is 80% or less, you're recovering 10% HP. So that's really good. He makes up for the fact that he doesn't have a ton of defense. He just has that damage reduction with the fact that he's getting back 10% HP every single turn, as long as your HP is below 80%, which is great. And then he does immense damage, which is also really good. Just like Trunks, the next turn he can mutate into that merged monstrous god, which is this right here. Fusion Zamasu mutated or merged. He's still doing immense damage, massively lowered defense. He's at now 4 key, 280% attack, which is great, but he's only reducing his damage by 20%, which is unfortunate. He's also disabling enemies' guard, which is insane, and superclass allies attack is minus 10%, which is kind of dumb. And also his super attack just looks stupid in this form. I don't like it at all. It's just like a big punch. This dude is very, very good though. This form is very, very good. Just like the Trunks, if you want to do a ton of damage, fuse, do your damage. But if you want to be defensive oriented, then keep him in this form. Moving along, one of the best LRs in the game, LR Gohan. Yes, he's one of the most overhyped LRs in the game because everybody thought he was going to be the best LR in the game. They thought he was going to be the best LR by a mile. Unfortunately, that was not the case because his active skill is the dumbest, most restrictive active skill in the game. Anyway, he stacks defense on his 12 key and his 18 key, attack and defense 100%, and every time, just like Trunks, every turn, attack and defense 10%, 1 key up to 5, and 70%. So that's very good. Just reading his active skill is enough to make me tear my hair out. The easiest way is have an android on your team and wait 5 turns and drop below 58% HP. That's the easiest way. The more difficult way is have Android 16 on your team. The reason why I say that's the more difficult way is because you cannot run Hybrid Saiyans, Full Power, Transformation Boost, Goku's Family, Youth, Super Saiyans, Kamehameha, Bond of Master and Disciple, Super Saiyan 2, Exploding Rage, Rapid Growth, or Desperate Struggle with Android 16. How do I know this? Well, let's take a look at them. Really, the only one you're going to be using is this one. Whoopsie, didn't want to do all that. This one or this one. Let's get them out of there. And let's see who he's on. Artificial Life Forms, Android Cell Saga, Revenge, Androids. Okay, let's go back over to Gohan. Is he on Revenge? No. Okay. All right, so you're out. And then what about you? What are you on? Androids, Resurrected Warriors, Artificial Life Forms. Okay. Are you on any of those? No, you're not. Okay. So literally, that Intelligence 18 or that Intelligence 16 is on Android Cell Saga, and that's literally the only team that you can run them on. That's it. That's all. There is no AGL. There is no AGL Android 16, so you can't use him under your super lead. You can't. Dumb. But if you are able to transform, he's, again, one of the best LRs in the game at this point. Attack and defense, attack 20%, defense 7% per orb gained, plus an additional 1 key for any orb you get. So if it's a blue orb, then you're going to get 3 key. If it's a red orb, you're going to get 2 key, etc. Randomly changes orbs of a certain type to rainbow if you're only facing one enemy. And if you're facing multiple enemies, you're going to launch an additional super attack. Oh, that's fun. And if you have Super Saiyan Goku on the same turn attacking, you're going to gain an additional 59% attack when you're doing an Ultra Super attack. By the way, he greatly raises defense on his 12 key, greatly raises attack and defense on his 18 key. So absolutely insane. The 59% looks like it's calculated separately, which makes it so his attack orbs actually gain 31.8% per orb instead of just 20. And so what does that mean? That means if he gets something like 5 orbs, he's going to do 159%. Now, remember that he's doing rainbow orbs. He's transforming rainbow orbs, so that's going to allow you to get even more. So let's just say he does something crazy, like he gets like 9 orbs. He's doing 280%, 286% attack. Like, just really silly. Just really silly. Unbelievable. And also, what's also fun is he's also greatly raising his attack on his Ultra too, so it goes even higher. Just broken. Very strong. Very, very strong. Very, very strong. Final two characters, Trunks and Mai, do tons of damage. Greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn. Attack defense 100%. Plus an additional 3 key, 100% attack and defense if you have Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan on the team. Which, on a team like Future Saga, Time Travelers, Final Trump Card, or Joint Forces, probably not going to be hard. Probably not going to be hard. Plus an additional 100% attack if he's facing a Future Saga enemy. Okay, so if he's facing like Zamasus and Rosés and Future Trunks and Future Gohans and Vegitos and stuff like that, okay, I can kind of see it. 17 and 18 from the future, Vegetas, you know, Super Saiyan Blue Vegetas, certain characters, etc., etc. Okay, not a huge list, but decent list, right? And then he's facing Zamasu or Goku Black. He gains another 3 key, 100% attack and defense, which is, if you're counting, 400% attack. Pretty silly. His active skill is also insane. Happens from the third turn, which is easy. Third turn, that's it. And you have to have an ally named Trunks Team Future, which is all of these characters, or Trunks Future. Let's go over to Trunks Future, like how you did in all of these guys. Okay. Or my Future. If you have all that, then you can give yourself an attack boost of 628%. And it's a crit. And it's a stun. You have your own defense, but who cares? You stun the enemy. We're not even going to spend too much time on 628% attack boost. We're not going to spend a lot of time on it. Let's get out of there. Last but not least, Vegito, base form Vegito, final trump card, aka last resort. Patara lead, 150% attack and defense. Nano HP, 3 key, stacks attack. Stacks attack, that's fantastic. 12 key, 18 key, doesn't matter. 70% attack defense. 3 key, gives himself straight up 3 key, launches an additional attack that has a 25% chance of becoming super attack. If you're in the third slot, if you're the third person in the rotation, you're going to have a 50% chance to transform. He transforms after 4 turns. Unbelievable, incredible, delicious. When he transforms, one of the best LRs in the game. His 18 key raises his defense. His 12 key raises his attack and defense. His passive skill is now 77% attack and defense. Gives himself 2 key still. Gonna launch guaranteed additional super attack. Every time he attacks, he's giving himself 1 key up to 5, 7% attack and defense up to an additional 77%. And by the way, that's calculated separately, so it gets up to about 213.29% attack and defense after 11 attacks, which you're doing 2 to 3 attacks per turn. So keep that in mind. You get that very quickly. That's in the first or second spot. He's going to get that guaranteed additional super attack. If he's in the third spot, then he's going to launch guaranteed additional super attack, and he's going to still have that 50% chance to dodge. So ridiculously broken, insane. When you're getting towards the end of your enemy, when they're below 50% HP, you can do his finishing move. Finish him. Greatly raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage. And just, you just got to be facing one enemy and wait 1 turn after he transforms, but who cares? Like, he's super strong. This banner is ridiculous. Summon on it. I don't want to hear anything. Who cares about Goku and Vegeta? You can wait for them. They're coming out in freaking November. Like, you're going to be able to build your stones up again. So don't worry about it at all. These are the guys you want to get to. And not to mention, I'll quickly cover it. This will be 3+1s, so you're going to get a free multi for every 3 that you spend, which you will not get during the thank you celebration. We may get tickets for the thank you celebration, not 100% sure. We may get discounts for the celebration, thank you celebration in November, not 100% sure. But Japan sure as heck didn't get any of those 3 things. And Global is getting those 3 things for this banner that's dropping very, very soon. So just mathematically, it makes more sense. You have a better chance at getting this Vegito than you do getting the Goku and Vegeta. So it is imperative that you go immensely deep on this banner. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments down below. I read every single comment, so I will get to yours. If you have yet to subscribe to the channel, consider what you're doing with your life. Go ahead and gently rub that sub button, gingerly ring that bell button, lovingly kiss the like button. As always, this is Periodik. See y'all in the next video.